today I got a few things I want to talk to you about. Got my schedule. I've been working with a bunch of different shows around Virginia, lining up some new shows and just getting all ready for that. So I have some potential shows that I will be doing. Now, first, before I get into those events and which events I'm looking at and what potential ones for 2022, I want to go ahead and show you a few pictures of the Ashland show and how my setup was for that and everything. So we're gonna go over that. So the first slide basically is I did a sale. So for many of y'all who watched my previous video, I did 45% off on them. Now, I had a lot of good feedback. I had a lot of people who liked my art. The thing is, Ashland is not an area that I've done well in the past in selling anything. Even in this show, I only sold 2 prints. So I have a lot of on-takers and a lot of lookers and all, but it's not me. It's actually just the Ashland area that's like that, because I still haven't been able to reach a lot of people in the areas before they come to my show. So this is usually the first time they see my stuff. So they're not expecting they're not expecting like fine art prices and everything like that, because I still consider the Ashland area pretty much part of the Richmond area. So it's always been a location issue when it comes to like marketing and selling my fine art over there. So the first one is you see all the 16 by 20 paintings that I had on sale. So the next one part is the newer work that I have. So I actually had 3 new paintings that I did that y'all haven't seen before. There was a total of 4 new paintings, but the 3 ones I'm looking at right here, the center ones, they're actually called Kasu, and it means chaos, and it's spelled out in Japanese. So the 3 kind of characters spells out chaos in Japanese, and that's what you see there. I had a lot of people who liked it. But like I said, the problem about that area is, they're new to it. They really loved it, but they're not committed enough to buy those prices and all. Even though, honestly, one of the reasons why I did it like that and all, and I did them on smart canvases, so they're not like some of my pieces that are like 600. I mean, they're under 200 as a piece, and that's just the new collector prices. When they go down in regular price, they'll be like 85 and 95 a piece. So I mean, as far as fine art, that's actually a really good deal. But I mean, so that's what those are. And then the next slide is my overall setup that I had, because I had the canopy, and then I also had the wiring box, and because I use those wiring cue pieces and I put them together, which I'm probably gonna still have to play around with it a little bit more, especially for more shows, because for other shows I'm gonna have to get a white tint and I'm gonna have to get the white walls and everything like that. So I'm gonna be looking into that. But yeah, this was the Ashland show. This was the first setup that I had with the way I wanted to lay it out for new. I want to start keeping in mind, because I'm going to be starting to do shows that are going to be 10 by 10 spaces, and a lot of them are going to be outdoor events too. Alright, so the ones that I want to talk to you today about the events that I'm going to be doing is, alright, here's the first one. The first one is going to be on March 5th, 2022. And it's going to be in Leesboro, Virginia. It's Fine Arts and Craft Show. So I already put in the application for that. I'm just waiting to hear back from them if I get accepted to that or not. So it's not confirmed yet, but this is, like I said, these are potential shows that I'm going to be doing. So if you want to mark on your calendar, just to keep in mind, because I mean, and also make sure you subscribe to the video. Make sure you put your notifications on and stuff like that. So when I do come out with the announcement and I confirm it, you will know right away. So you can, plan a trip or do whatever you want if you want to come see me in a show. So Leesboro, Virginia, it's closer towards, like, it's past there, like you're going towards West Virginia. So it's in that area of Virginia. So it's like around the mountains areas. It's really nice. Then the next one is on May 21st, 2022. And this one is in downtown Smithfield, Virginia. So it's on the east side. It's like you go a little past Williamsburg area. So you're going closer to like more, it's not all the way over there to like Hamptons, Norfolk. It's like maybe halfway or something like that. And that one is the Smithfield Arts Festival. So I already put the application in for that one, so I'll be hearing from that one soon. Okay, so the next one that I'm looking at, and these next three ones are ones I just recently found yesterday. I've talked to a lot of them, got a lot of good feedback about them and everything like that. So the applications for most of these are probably at the end of January. So I'm gonna be filling out the applications for those and submitting the application feeds and getting those through. So the first one is June 4th and 5th, 2022, and this one is Urbana, I think, Virginia, and this one is Arts in the Middle. Now, sorry if I mispronounce the name Urbana. I have a hard time with pronunciation, so I know some of y'all gonna be cracking up, laughing, and be like, "What? She can't even pronounce that right?" And I'm like, "Yeah." Oh, you think that's bad? I got one that's like way worse. That's gonna be a really big challenge for me. But yeah, that one I talked to them. It sounds like they are a really nice organization. They're really a jury one and all. So that one I'm gonna try out for. So it's not guaranteed that I'm gonna be able to get in, but this is one that's a potential one that I would try. And if I do, it actually will be really good because they take care of their artists well. They actually have they actually work with them, even help me take breaks. They help set up. Now, most of their volunteers are not able to lift a whole bunch of stuff, they told me, but they sound like really, really good people. So, and that one sounds like a really good one too, which I'm kind of excited because it would be like my first, that one feels like it's a real jury one, so it might actually be nice. Okay, so then the next one is, Marion, Virginia, and I don't know if I'm saying it. It's Marion, Marion, Virginia. So yeah, so I don't know. So this one is on July 15 to 17, 2022, and this one is called Hungry Mother Festival 49th. So maybe it's the 49th festival they're having since they've started. The reason why it's called Hungry Mother is because that's actually the name of the state park that's on. It's called Hungry Mother State Park. So it's not no weird themes or anything like that or not. It's just actually the name of the park. The name of the park is actually Hungry Mother State Park. So that's why it's called Hungry Mother Festival 49. So that one looks really good. So I'm going to be filling out an application for it. And then the last one, and this is going to be tricky because this might be a decision on, I might have to pick one or another because this is also in July. This is July 21st to the 23rd, 2023. But I really would think I would like to try to actually do both. The only reason why I'm thinking it might be hard is because Monroe, Virginia is all the way on, the west side, all the way near the mountains. Well, this one, Cheetah Legion Island, Virginia, is in the opposite direction. It's all the way on the east shore. Yes. And this one is the Blueberry Festival, the 31st year they're doing it. But this one sounds really fun because actually, so in that area, the Blueberry Festival is actually the opening act. And so then the next following weekend or so, they have the pony swim, and they have the wild ponies, and they actually escort them, and they swim across the bay. And so they have a lot of people who come out there during their vacation times, and they'll do this. They'll do the Blueberry Festival, and then they'll do the pony thing and all. So it's a lot of people coming on their summer vacation, which is pretty cool, I think. So this one looks really cool. And I kind of really would like to do both if I can. So I'm gonna probably be trying to push to do both because honestly, I don't see too many shows. A lot of options as far as good art shows that happen. So it looks like I'm probably gonna have some that I'm gonna have like jumble up in the month because so far I didn't see anything for August, and I know September. I haven't made up my mind if I'm gonna do the Apple Harvest Festival again. I'm still thinking about that, so I haven't made up my mind if I'm gonna do it again. I kind of want to see how these turned out a bit, but and see if I get accepted. Because but I mean, I haven't made up my mind. At least what I'm gonna try to make up my mind is before the end of this year. So because I think they have early registration that is due at the beginning of January. So I still have a little time to think about it and make up my mind what I want to do. So that's what I look like as far as potential trips. I mean, so far in the year, I got those 5, possibly 6, and that might actually be a good year for me. So that's what I'm looking at. If you hear about any more shows like vendor spots, any more arts and crafts shows that's in states that I haven't heard about, because so far I've just been trying to do some different searches and all, because they're not always showing up in the first search that I do. So I did a previous search and I found those 2, and then I did another search and I found these 3 and got to talk to them. There were a couple of other ones that I was looking into. There was one in January, but it's too close. I can't do the one in January because it's a bigger show that I'm not ready for yet. Because right now as it is, so there are a bunch of other shows, and some shows are really huge. It also means the cost for a booth is also a lot higher. So there are going to be some shows that I'm not going to be able to do because I'm not at that level of being able to afford that kind of expense yet. Because until I start like really selling a lot of my artwork pieces and all, my original work pieces and all, then I'm not going to really be able to grow and actually have enough profit for me to actually go to those types of exhibit ones where the booth, prices are a lot expensive. They're like $600 or $800 and stuff like that. Right now, I can't afford to do that kind of, show. Even though those shows will probably most likely be like a really good effect for me, because you really, when people go to those kind of shows, they really are spending money. But for now, this is the scale of shows that I'm doing until I can start growing and produce that. I did have some people over in Ashland that was asking me if I had a PayPal or if I had some way that they can support me, because I had a lot of people who actually liked my art, but at that time they were like, well, I can't really support you by buying your stuff, but do you have something where I can follow her? And I'm like, well, I got my YouTube video, can also share the video, because here's the thing. Sharing this video to your friends and family and letting them know what shows are coming in the area is a very good thing, because they don't just get to see me, they get to see other artists. They get to enjoy some of the festival. Like the Blueberry Festival is cool. I mean, that's why I like the Apple Harvest Festival. I got some apple butter. Oh my god, the apple butter was really good. I like doing some of the different festivals like that and all, because I mean, you got a lot of stuff to look out besides just the artists and all. I mean, you get a chance to have some really good fun times. You get to do because they're very local events for their community there, so they have a lot of stuff to share in their communities and all. Because even the Hungry Mother Festival, that one is done by the Art Leagues of Monroe, so they're the local community that's actually involved in these art shows and all. And by coming out to those shows, you're also supporting these people who put on these shows, and you're actually putting money back into the community, because that's also another thing to keep consideration about if you want to support me, because you're not just also supporting me by sharing this video and letting more people know about my art. You're also promoting events that will be coming up and helping these events to be more successful in the future by doing that. So it's a win-win situation for me, and it's also a win-win for situations for the people who are running these events and all. Because right now, as it is, these events are the things that actually help me grow my business. And I'm very grateful to them for giving me a chance to apply and be a part of their show. So, I mean, until I have confirmation and everything and all, but if you want to just share this, that's fine. Because right now, as it is, it's not on my schedule yet to go to these shows, because I have to get confirmation from them first. But still, by doing this, you're actually helping me promote these events, and you're helping me out big time by doing this. But yeah, I appreciate your help if you want to help me. I really do, and I really like that, and I really enjoy the fact that you love my art. So definitely share this to your friends and family, and get the word out. Now, a lot of these shows, like I said before, I'm gonna have different works of art at different shows, because I already spoke with some of them. A lot of them really want my wildlife stuff and want my landscape, and I'm probably gonna focus more on that stuff at a lot of these event shows. And really, honestly, I feel like I want to do that, because this is the chance for me to travel, and I'm gonna bring my camera. And I'll probably, like, in between whatever traveling, I'm gonna probably be taking some pictures of some nature and wildlife and whatever. And I want to get some more inspiration, because right now a lot of my waterworks, like a lot of my landscape paintings and all with my rivers and everything, they're North Carolina. The only painting that I have anything of Virginia is the Pocahontas State Park. And I would like to get some more inspirations of Virginias in different parts I haven't been to, and have some more paintings and stuff like that related to that, and get some more inspiration in that. Because I do enjoy doing the horror stuff too. However, I mean, what I'm really, really good at is the nature stuff. So when I really, honestly, horror is really secondary to what I'm really good at. I only do that sometimes to, get people interested in some of my art, doing it like that, and to make it a little different than, so make it a little differently than what you see at other shows or whatever and all. But it's not my first two. My first two has always been my wildlife and my landscapes. That's always been my first and all. It was just that to make people interested in the areas that I had to do a little bit more different than that and everything, and to be honest, it's gave me creative ideas which I enjoy and I love, and it's put a new perspective. So I'm not going to give that up and all, but I sometimes want to create some more landscape and wildlife, because there are times when I really love looking at that stuff. Because back in my days when I was doing engineering, I did research in the wetlands and stuff like that, and to this day, I have memories of some really cool images that I never got pictures of because I was not in a position to take pictures of because I was in waders walking through all of that stuff. But some of the images and stuff that I saw when I was working, it almost made me feel like I was in some kind of fantasy, because it's the way that, you know, there are some stuff in nature where it really does look like some of the stuff you see in fantasy, like in stuff like that, because which is kind of fun. And honestly, it makes me feel like a kid again. It makes me feel like back when I was like 11 and 12 years old, and I was playing in the woods with my cousins and stuff. So, which was kind of cool. So, that's one of the reasons why I kind of like really like the nature stuff. The nature stuff's fun. So, until next time, I'll talk to y'all later, and please make sure you share, like the video, do all those fun things, and contact me if you actually hear about other events areas. Even if you think, well, maybe this one's not, I'll make that decision. I'll look into it and see if it's my price. And then at least that I may not be able to do it this year, but I might be able to do it another following year, because there are some people I want to build some contact information with, and I want to build that relationship with them. So when I do actually start to scale up, I'll be ready and I can go on board with that. Because looking for these events it's like maintaining relationships with people and stuff. And so even if you think, well, maybe she's not ready for this yet or not, don't worry about that. Let me decide, let me get in contact with them, and let me talk with them and build that relationship. And I really appreciate your help for pointing me in the right direction. Thank you.